Hey there, hello, hi, welcome back. So this is your Ramandeep Singh, and so today we will solve one more problem which I faced in a recent interview which I gave, and the problem name is house robber. So this problem is lead code medium problem, and it involves the basics of recursion and dynamic programming. So if you have good command over these topics, you will be able to solve these problems. And just stay with me, and I will also share similar problems related to this problem and the underlying ideas to solve this problem. Okay, to solve this problem and to solve similar problems as well. So stay with me, and let's jump to the problem statement. Hey there, welcome back. So this is Ramandeep Singh, and today we're going to be solving this problem, which is house robber. Okay, so this is a pretty easy problem, and let's see what it says. So you are a professional robber prowling to rob houses along a street. Each house has a certain amount of money stashed. The only constraint stopping you from robbing each of them is that adjacent houses have security systems connected, and it will automatically contact the police if two adjacent houses were broken into the same night. ठीक है. If two adjacent houses are broken onto the same night, then it will automatically contact the police. ठीक है. Given an integer array nums representing the amount of money uh, of each house, return the maximum amount of money you can rob tonight without alerting the police. ठीक है. Cool. So that's the problem statement, and let's just go ahead and solve this problem. So here we have these houses. Let's take this example 27931. So we have this house. So the problem statement should be clear to everyone. What do we have to do? So we have n houses, and there is a robber. There is a robber who wants to rob the money out of these n houses, and the condition is that no two adjacent houses can be robbed at the same time. Not at the same time, like no two adjacent houses can be robbed. So if I rob house number 1, I cannot rob house number 2. So if this is robbed, this cannot be robbed. In general, if I'm robbing house number I plus 1 cannot be robbed. Okay, so two adjacent houses cannot be robbed because the security system will get alerted once you rob adjacent houses. Cool. Now that's the problem statement, and you have been asked to find the maximum amount of money you can rob out of these n houses given these constraints to you. How you can do this? Let's see. So 1 2 7 9 3 1. So this is your array. The array is nums array. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So this is house number 0, which contains 2 units of money. House number 1 containing 7 units of money. House number 2 containing 9 units of money. House number 3 containing 3 units of money. House number 4 containing 1 unit of money. So if I'm robbing this house, I will not be able to rob this house. I can rob this house, then I cannot rob this, then I will rob this, hence giving me a total sum of 2 plus 9 plus 1, that is 12. Otherwise, if I do not rob house number 1, I can rob house number 2. I can rob house number 2. So I cannot rob this third house, so I can rob this house. So 7 plus 3 is equals to 10. Cool. So that's how this thing is going to be. तो अपने को क्या करना है कि we are supposed to find this maximum money which you can collect out of these houses while following these constraints which you have been given. So that's the problem statement. So how we can solve this problem? Let's see. Now this problem involves dynamic programming. What is dynamic programming? Dynamic programming is nothing but we are memorizing the recursive solutions. So we will be solving this first we will build a recursive solution. So let's see how we will be able to solve this problem. So let's create a function max money, and I'm starting from, let's say, some index of that array, and then I have this nums array here. So this function returns the maximum money I can rob from houses 0 to index. Cool है. So that's what this function gives me. ठीक है. And so let's call this function for max money index. Index can be any index, so it can be, so while starting we will have n minus 1. So from 0 to n minus 1 I will have these indices. Then but after that, what do we have after that? So this function, so I know what this function is going to return to me. Now I have two options at this point. Either I take this index, the element at this index, or I do not take. If I take the element at this index, then I will add nums I into the result, because I am collecting that money, and I will move to index minus 2, because I cannot move to index minus 1, because index minus 1 is the adjacent element. Or the second option is I do not take this, I do not rob this house max money, so I simply move to the previous house index minus 1. Similar fashion, here again I will have two options, max money, either move to index minus 4. In that case you will pick this money at index minus 2, or you move to max money index minus 4. Index minus 4 no? इंडेक्स माइनस 4 है या फिर क्या है? इंडेक्स माइनस 4 नहीं, इंडेक्स माइनस 3, जस्ट द प्रीवियस इंडेक्स. इन दैट केस आई एम नॉट कलेक्टिंग द मनी एट दैट पर्टिकुलर इंडेक्स. ठीक है. And so on. In this fashion, this recursive function is going to expand itself, and finally when we reach the base case where index is less than 0, return 0. If index is 0, then simply return what? If index is 0, then in that case what you going to return? If index is 0, return that element at that index, nums of 0. Otherwise, if it is not the case, then all you have to do is to take, in that case, nums index plus what? Max money index minus 1, not index minus 1, index minus 2. Don't take. So in that case, do not take it. Cool. Now what do we do in this case? We have this as if I'm taking the current element, we have this as if I'm not taking the current element, and all I have to do is to take max of these two. So max of max है ना, हाँ max लेना है, and that's your answer. Finally you return this answer out of the function. Cool है. So यही करना है इसमें, and now also this is your recursive solution, and you can also memorize it. So memorization is simple. All you have to do is to create an array of dp of size n plus 1, initialize with -1, ठीक है, और dp या dp 0 पे, अगर तो बेस केस में सिंपल है, बेस केस सिंपल है. All you have to do is to just check, you just have to add a memoization condition. If dp of that particular index is not equal to -1, then you return that result. If it is not, then you do not result. Don't take max of them, then dp, you return dp of index is equals to that max of take. Cool. So that's how you do it. Okay, so let's jump to the code implementation part, and let's create this function public int max. ठीक है, we have index, we have dp, and then we also have this nums array. So if index is less than 0, yeah, if index is less than 0, return 0, return what after that? ठीक है, take don't take ना, take which is nums of index plus max profit index -2 nums dp. Do not take max profit we will simply return dp of index math dot max होगा इसमें, जावा है ना. Cool. Take so once you have this, all you have to do is call this function nums and nums dot length, and then I have this कॉल कर दो इस फंक्शन को मैक्स प्रॉफिट, डीपी बना लेते हैं, डीपी अरे इंट डीपी न्यू इंट n+1 and here if dp index is not equal to -1, you're going to return this dp index. Cool है, return max profit, index हो जाएगा n-1, then we will have this nums and then dp. ठीक है, I hope it's okay. Yep, got accepted. ठीक है, so that's all for this one, and it's a really interesting problem. So what's the time complexity for this? Usually for usually for the recursive approach, we can see that for every index I have two options, either take or do not take. So that will give me a recursive tree of the like recursive tree would be like this, like one function call, then two function calls, then two for this, two for this, two for this. So it's 1 2 4. So what is this series? The series is 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2. So that sum will give me 2 to the power n+1. So it was an exponential complexity in case of recursion. But once we have the results for every index, so once we evaluate the result for every index, we store the result into this dp array, so that whenever we revisit that particular index, we return the answer right from here instead of evaluating the answer for the same index. So hence the time complexity reduces to big of n. Space complexity also is big of n because I'm using a memoization array. Cool. So that was a problem, interesting problem, and it was asked in a recent interview I gave. And that's all for this video. And I will also create some videos related to like how to earn money online. Let's say with freelancing, how you can money, like there are multiple ways of earning money apart from your full-time job. So even if you lose your job, you can still earn money, है ना, while sitting at your home. That can be like that can be it like freelancing, है ना, freelance web development, freelance teaching, है ना, and if you have some asset, you can also earn money from that. That would be your rental income, है ना, and etc etc. So there are multiple ways to earn money apart from the full-time job. ठीक है, so I will create a video soon on that, maybe 5 or 6 ways or 7 ways of earning money, uh, 7 ways to earn money with your technical skills that you have. ठीक है, so I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye ladies and gentlemen, and yeah, happy Holi. Celebrate your Holi with your fullest spirit, and I will see you in the next one.